order. At this point, we'll grant an opportunity for the public to address the board. Is there anyone who wishes to address the board at this point in time?
My name is Joan Hodewanitz. I live at 220 Linden Street in Scranton. First, just an administrative comment. This morning, before I went on my various rounds, I went on the website to try to see the agenda for the prison board meeting. I clicked on agendas, and you can see Board of Commissioners, Board of Managers, and Prison Board. And on the line for the prison board, for agenda not available, for minutes not available. This was just for the month of January. And, you know, I spoke to someone later, that young lady, and she said, it's there, I'll show you how to find it. It seems to me that I'm a reasonably skilled internet user. I should be able to navigate your website and find all the information I need on the prison board. You know, if I see a line and it says prison board, agenda not available, minutes not available, I'm assuming that I don't have to go to another page. Okay?
Ms. Hodewanitz, that's a point that is very well taken, and it was brought up at the last meeting. We indicated at that point we would look into updating our website. We're in the process of doing that, and I'm assured that it will be completed by January 17th.
Good.
And that it should be available, it will be available, and it should not require trips to 14 different boards.
That's very good, because you can't make cogent comments on the agenda if you can't access the agenda until you arrive here. I mean, payables. I can't look at your payables. You don't provide them out there, and there's not enough time. So also I'd like to see who's on the prison board, who holds what position, contact information, whatever. But you should relook the entire, for the county commissioners, maybe you want to relook the whole website and then the slice for the prison board. It should be easy to navigate and should have the information we need. All right, I understand that District Attorney Scanlon is not here this morning, but I do want to say that I think he made the right decision in asking the Attorney General to take over the investigation to the alleged sexual abuse of inmates. I think that was the right thing to do. I also support Senator Blake's proposed amendment allowing district attorneys to remove themselves from prison boards. I am curious, how does the board feel about Senator Blake's proposed amendment? Do you support it? Any comments?
As a member of the judiciary, I am not allowed to
I know
take
you
a
can't.
position either pro or against any pending legislation.
To me, it seems, you know, very logical that the potential for conflicts of interest between the district attorney's office and sitting on this prison board are so obvious that I think it only makes sense that this amendment be passed. Without disclosing any specifics, okay, can you tell me how many lawsuits are currently pending against the prison, its employees, or the prison board itself as of today? How many lawsuits are pending?
I'm aware of the one that has gotten the most recent attention that was amended. I'm not aware of any others that are pending. Dave, can you tell us that, or?
I think there's a handful out there that generally go to the county's insurance department, sit with the other solicitors and try to get an accurate figure.
Okay, I'm aware of the one that Attorney Comerford has been acting as counsel. I'm aware of one by James Reed of Factoryville, had the issue with the colostomy bag. I don't know how many others are still pending and not resolved as of this date, because my curiosity goes past that to the financial implications of these pending lawsuits. And I never hear any comment. I know you sometimes go in executive session to discuss legal matters, but as a member of the tax-paying public, I'm curious as to how many are out there and what the impact is going to be on the taxpayer should the county lose these lawsuits. Perhaps you can get that for us for next meeting.
We will direct our solicitor to contact the legal department of the county, and we'll have an accurate accounting of that.
Also, can anybody give me a status on Attorney Menor's investigation to the allegations against Warren and Betty? Do we have a timeline from when that might be completed?
We will be prepared to discuss that fully at the next full meeting. I expect and was assured by Attorney Menor that it will be completed within, by the end of this week.
Okay, and will his findings be disclosed to the public?
Ma'am, we will have to look at security matters. Certainly, the outcome and the recommendations will be made, but insofar as any possible impact on security, we will have to be very cautious about that.
Okay. And my parting comment is I would love to see more representatives from the taxpaying public attending these meetings. I keep going back to a comment attributed to Edmund Burke. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Odawanis.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
Good afternoon. My name is Carrie Gallagher, and I am from the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. I thank you for the opportunity to make a statement. I just wanted to say that while it's respected that the prison board is within its rights to call for a special investigation due to allegations that were made, it is requested by the union that all employees be treated in the same manner when it comes to administrative action. And also, it's requested that the board make sure that the administration listen to the issues and concerns that have come about because of the whole situation and assist in taking action in a expedient way. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hello, my name is Dr. Stephanie Bressler. I live at 1402 East Gibson Street in Scranton. I represent Progressive Women of Northeastern Pennsylvania. We're a grassroots group of about more than 100 women. My colleague, Dr. Jean Harris, could not be here today, but she wanted me to thank Mr. DeBilio for making the study report that was done by the study committees available to her, and also offering to explain the financial part of the report to her. The report does provide a lot of good information, and there are several non-binding recommendations in that report. We would really encourage you, ask you, to make those that information available to the public. We would like the public to know which of those non-binding recommendations you have implemented. We understand that you have implemented some of them. We would like that information made available to the public electronically, if possible. We would also like the report itself to be made available to the public electronically. And I don't know whether you can address that now or whether you'll do that at the next meeting.
Well, there were many recommendations that were made, Doctor. And I would have to say that the recommendations are really the goal to be sought, and hopefully we can implement all of them. But as with any government function and any organization such as this, we have financial realities to deal with. And so, while we are looking at what we hope would be the perfect world with the best programs, with the changes and recommendations that are there, we set the policy, but we do have to look to the rest of county government as to the availability of funds to implement everything. So we will be pushing for as many as we can, but we have to live within financial reality
Right.
as well.
And can you share that information with us as you go along?
Well, as you would have seen from that report, it was just, recently completed. We retained the services of the lead investigator, the specially appointed Mr. Early, whose experience and knowledge of the criminal justice system is vast and very broad-based. But we retained him I believe we gave him a 6-month contract extension to assist in implementing it, especially insofar as coordinating the actions between the various departments, because the county prison exists really as only one cog, although a very big cog, in the criminal justice machinery. It is, it is at the center of the criminal justice system, but it is affected by probation, it's affected by the clerk of courts, by the sheriff's office, by the drug and alcohol treatment providers, and we have to coordinate all these things, and that's what we're working on right now.
Okay.
Our
And as
goals are pretty clearly set forth.
Yeah, and as I said, it does provide a lot of good information. Is it possible to make it available electronically?
I'll ask our solicitor to look into it, and,
The study commission report?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, we'll get that.
it's public record, so there's...
Right,
no
and we
problem.
understand that, because we've been able to look at it, but if it were available electronically, more people could look at it.
I'm just,
We're updating the
Okay.
website, we'll add it.
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I have some additional questions. How are paid prison jobs allocated among male and female inmates? Are female inmates given the same opportunities as male inmates to get paid jobs? And then finally, how many male and how many female inmates are working at the recycling center?
I can't answer that right now. I would request the warden to look into it, and we'll provide the information at the next meeting.
Can you answer whether women are given the same opportunities as men to work in those prison jobs as inmates?
I don't, warden, can you?
I can address that. Unfortunately, no, they're not. The recycling center that you mentioned, ma'am, that is just male offenders work at the recycling center.
And why is that?
The numbers alone makes it very difficult. Just to answer your other question, we run about 20 males that go up there. There is a difference in population of about 10 to 1. In order to have female offenders up there, we would want female officers up there. And we don't, well, I shouldn't say we would want female officers, because we don't have any correctional officers that are up there. There are other individuals watching them that are males.
But these are the best paying jobs, is that right?
That,
Available to inmates in the prison?
And I apologize, I've been out of the system for several years. I don't know exactly which ones are the best paying jobs, but prior to my departure, yeah, they were that, the kitchen, laundry, maintenance, they all paid a similar amount of money.
Okay, and we are concerned that women have the same opportunities as men when they're serving as
An
inmates.
appropriate concern, and we appreciate your bringing our attention to it.
Okay, can I expect an answer by the next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Being no other members of the public wishing to address us, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there
Oh,
a
shoot,
second?
I didn't get to say what I wanted to say.
Second.
On the question, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes carry. We are adjourned. Thank you.